Good evening, guys. I am Santosh Yazi from SVC College, second year, fourth sem ECE. Today we are learning about some DSB and SSB modulation in PCS subject, Principles of Communication. Let's start the video. Introduction. We have to do first introduction to DSB and SSB modulation. And DSB is a double sideband modulation and SSB is a single side modulation. Sidebands modulation refers to a process of modulating a carrier signal to transmit information. Double sideband modulation involves transmitting two identical sidebands of both sides of carrier frequency. And single SSB modulation. Single sideband modulation involves transmitting only one sideband in order to conserve bandwidth. DSB modulation signal is a carrier modulated by the sum of message signal. It is original and it is inverted form. The spectrum of DSB modulated signal consists of carrier frequency and two sidebands is located simultaneously around the carrier frequency. DSB modulation is less different efficient in terms of power and bandwidth compared to SSB modulation. SSB modulation eliminates one of the sidebands of carrier signal, resulting is a more different of bandwidth. SSB modulation can be achieved using either the upper sideband or DSB or lower sideband depending on application. SSB modulation is commonly used in applications where bandwidth efficiency is crucial, such as radio communication. Advantage of sidebands SSB modulation. SSB offers the improved spectral frequency by transmitting only one sideband, reducing the required bandwidth. SSB modulation allows for more efficient power transmission since only one sideband is transmitted. Modulation provides better signal noise to ratio compared to DSB due to elimination of one sideband. Disadvantages. Requires more complex modulation and demodulation techniques compared to DSB modulation. SSB modulation is more susceptible to frequency and phase errors, which can degrade signal quality. SSB modulation may require additional filtering to remove unwanted sideband components. Applications of sidebands modulation. SSB modulation is commonly used in amplitude modulation or broadcasting audio signals over the frequencies. SSB modulation widely used in single and for long distance radio communication. Both DSB and SSB modulation techniques are used in various communication systems, radar system and wireless technologies. Comparison between the two modulation. DSB modulation requires more bandwidth compared to SSB modulation due to transmission of two bands. SSB modulation better power frequency and spectral efficiency compared to DSB modulation. DSB modulation is simpler to implement and commonly used in traditional AM broadcasting. Future practical consideration in sideband modulation. When implementing sideband modulation, carefully frequency planning and filtering are essential to ensure accurate demodulation. Sideband modulation techniques requires precise carrier recovery and synchronization to accurately extract the message signal. In SSB modulation, the selection of the upper and lower sideband should be based on receiver's ability to recover original message signal. Future trends in sidebands modulation. The integration of sidebands modulation is with the other modulation schemes such as quadratic amplitude modulation may lead to enhance the performance in wireless communication. Future developments may focus on improving frequency and robustness SSB modulation for next generation communication systems. We are in end of the video. And let's see about conclusion of this video and this PPT and this about this topic. The choice between DSB and SSB modulation depends on factors such as bandwidth, frequency, power efficiency, and signal quality requirements. Okay friends, thank you. We will meet in next video.